Hello, everyone. We are going to read our next chapter of Project 1065 by Alan Gratz. I'd like to give a shout out to Alan Gratz for allowing us to read his book and videotape it on YouTube until coronavirus is kind of dispersed. So for the remainder of the school year, we're going to keep reading this way, but we're going to read our next chapter. The next chapter is called Nowhere to Run. I stepped behind the curtains along the back wall. As the door opened, the curtains wavered from my movement, and I pinched a tiny part of them between my fingers to stop them from stirring. The floor creaked. Someone was in the room with me. I held my breath for the click of the light switch, but it didn't come. I could hear the swish of clothes, the careful footfalls, but the person didn't turn on the light. Not the big overhead one. I heard the chick-chick of the desk lamp. The light glowed through the thin curtains in front of me. I could see the silhouette of a person through the curtain. Could they see me? Had I put everything back on the desk the same way I'd found it? My stomach did somersaults, and suddenly I wished I hadn't had the extra piece of cake. The person in the room moved again away from the desk. I heard the clink of glass, the brief, quiet slosh of liquid. What was going on? I had to know. I could see the dim figure of the person through the curtain. Could tell he or she was bent over something, not looking in my direction. Slowly, carefully, I peeked out from behind the curtain. A man in a dark suit stood over a little table on the other side of the room. He was a servant, I realized, the man who'd met us at the door, the butler. The table had glass bottles on it, drinks. He was pouring a drink for someone, but who? Everyone else was downstairs, weren't they? The butler glanced around to make sure no one was watching, and I ducked back behind the curtain. I saw his shadow raise the glass to his own lips and drink down whatever it was in one long gulp. He poured the drink for himself. I let out a silent breath of relief. All I had to do was wait for him to leave. A light flashed behind me suddenly, the bright wash of a searchlight, the ones the Germans used to search the skies for Allied bombers. It startled me, and I turned to look out the window, which was a mistake. The courtyard below was a straight shot down from the window. I closed my eyes, but it was too late. My head swam. My knees buckled. I had to grab for the latch on the window just to keep myself on my feet, and it rattled under my weight. I was deathly afraid of heights. "Who's there?" came the butler's startled voice. The silhouette of the butler came closer. All he had to do was pull back the curtain and he would find me. I tried desperately to think of some excuse. I'd gotten lost on the way to the bathroom. I'd seen the race cars on the shelves and came in for a closer look, but none of them explained why I was hiding behind the curtains with the lights off. I was going to be caught, and my family and I would be thrown into a prison camp. There would be an international incident. The butler's hand wrapped around the curtain. My heart thudded in my chest. I looked left. I looked right, backward, away. I backed away as close as I could to the window. I had nowhere to run. That's the end of our chapter. So expect a question in Google Classroom, and I will see you all later. Don't forget to hit the like button, watch the video, check out Mr. Gurgley's class. All right, everyone. See you later.